It also late. Got my cup of coffee. Not drinking tonight. Hey Scott. Hey Jimbo. Good to see you. Got lots of stuff to sniff. How are we doing? What are we wearing? What perfumes are we all wearing? Oh, I love coffee. So I am wearing this one here. I'm wearing Dendera from Peter Centauri. Wearing Dendera, but on my jumper, so Dendera's on skin, and then on my jumper I've got my Levant on, which is Ormonde Jayne. I've been wearing the hell out of this these last few days. As you can see, they've made that much of a dent already in my Levant. So the Levant is a musky floral that Jimbo knows because Jimbo's ordered it and has sampled it, and it's kind of unusual actually. I'm loving it, but I think it is quite highly synthetic, and it's making my nose tired, so I'm wearing it, and because I'm loving it, I'm huffing. I'm really kind of keep huffing all day long, and it's actually really tiring me out. And there is a slight sharpness to the musk in here, but I am loving it. So yeah, in 3 or 4 days I've made that dent, so that tells quite a lot. Let's have a little look see then. Barry's here. Hey Bazza. And Brandon. Hey Brandon. And John. Hello boys. We've got any girlies? Any girlies watching? It's a bit of a sausage fest. Bit of a sausage fest right now. Ange is here. There we are, Ange. It starts to even up now. Hey, Ange. Right then. And we've got Hills. Hillary. I have an innie. What does that mean? Is that about belly buttons? Oh, you don't have a sausage. I think I know what you mean now. We also have Carty. Hey, Carty. And Wayne. Sausage over here, Claire. Hey Wayne. And Jimbo says estrogen in the house. And we got Sweetie over there. She's a girl too, so it's not too bad. Best mug ever, says Brandon. Yeah, I fucking love this mug. I have to drink it quick because I don't like cold coffee, but I'll pop it down for a minute. Right then, let me know what you're wearing perfume wise, or clothes or whatever. And I've already said what I'm wearing, which is Dendera from Centauri with some Levant on my jumper. I've got different stuff on my wrists and hands because that's what we all do, isn't it? And yeah, I see lots of hearts, lots of emojis. Jim says I got my Sweetie mug the other day. Oh, cool. How was it, Jim? Is it all right? Did the printing come out all right? Right. Let's get comfy. So I've got some stuff to sniff. We might as well get started. I'm going to warm you up on one that I didn't advertise on anywhere, and that is Bubble Bath from Maison Margiela. None of these are first impressions. I have sniffed them all and formed some impressions. They've all been on my skin in some way or other. So Brandon's wearing Gravitas and I'll be wearing Dryad after my shower, he says. So we're going for a green day because it's St. Patrick's Day, isn't it, I think? Well, according to Instagram, all the green stuff going on. It's St. Patrick's Day. So this is Bubble Bath off of Maison Margiela. And pop that over there. And Karine is here. Hey, Karine. Good to see you. And I think, Carty, you like Bubble Bath, don't you? Or you like it enough. Carty's wearing Les Fleurs from Maya NJ. And there goes my no buy. Oh, dear. I had the travel size of that, but I've actually given it to Sam and he wears it from time to time. It's very nice. Right then, so bubble bath. This isn't what I expected it to be. Karine says I got a travel spray and I don't really like it. And Scott says I'm wearing this green tomato and apple frag. I wonder what that might be, Scott. Does it by any chance come in a box like that? So everyone's saying well done to Scott for launching his own fragrance. It's quite a feat indeed. Well done, Scott, and it's a very nice fragrance too. I did talk about it in my video about brand new fragrances. Tracy says, hi everyone, interested to hear what you think of bubble bath. Have you tried it, Tracy? Honestly, I don't really like it very much. It's got this mineral opening to it. It's like Flintstones. It's got that kind of mineral feel. So it's like an aquatic, but not a seaside aquatic. More ozonic, aquatic. It does smell a bit like a bubble bath, quite a sterile kind of bubble bath, not particularly pretty, you know. It is clean, but I think I was expecting it to be soapier, and it's not really that soapy. It's more mineral. Tracy hasn't tried that, or Coffee Break or Whispers yet. Coffee Break's on my to try list. I really want to try that one. Whispers, I love as a really good vanilla fragrance, a really good woody vanilla fragrance. It's not a cupcake sweet vanilla. It's more of a natural woody, spicy type vanilla. Like it a lot. Yeah, so I don't know if it's probably got some aldehydes. It's almost a touch metallic. It's not fizzy aldehydes. I guess clean aldehydes, but not as soapy as some aldehyde fragrances can be. I remember on skin it got more pleasant, but for me it's just a bit metallic. I hate using the word synthetic. Well, I obviously don't, because I'm always bloody saying it. But when I say it here, I don't mean I can specifically smell some of those things I don't like, which I'm just not going to say the names of. But it does have that kind of man-made feel, you know. Like, not that I can specifically pick out particular aroma chemicals, but it just has a slightly metallic, man-made feel. It's like smelling steel, like a steel teaspoon, a little bit. It's not too metallic, just a little bit. So yeah, I'm not mad keen on it, and it's good because there was times when I was close to blind buying it just out of pure curiosity, and the colour of I think the juice is blue, or the bottle looks like the juice is blue, and I quite liked the look of it. But no, I wouldn't really wear this. It's not horrible. It's just not something I'd wear. Yes. So that, I think this one's supposed to have coconut in it, and I don't really pick that up either. And it's weird because coconut I can pick up in things that don't have it listed, like that Fragrance du Bois Oud Violet. Is it the violet one from Fragrance du Bois? To me, that smells heavily of coconut, but there's no coconut note listed, and other people say it doesn't smell of coconut. So there's something going on there. It's weird. But I don't get coconut from this, and there's a coconut note listed. So what do you know? Karine likes Coffee Break and Whispers in the Library too. Angie's wearing Kayali Vanilla 28. I've never tried any of the Kayali scents. Not quite sure how interested I am. I'm curious a little bit in them. Karine says, this bubble bath had something that bothered, almost gave me a headache. Yeah, I think there's some sort of weird, there is a bit of a weird chemical feel to it. Heather's here. Hey, Heather. And Karine says, if you want a blue juice, take Saline Day instead. But I'm gathering that's aquatic, isn't it? So that probably won't work for me. Yara's here. Hey, Yara. What part of the world are you in at the moment, Yara? Carty says Sailing Day is proper blue. Right, I better drink this coffee before it goes lukewarm and then I'll start gagging. Has anyone tried anything new lately that they've loved or hated? Today I tried something new. I posted a video on it. So I'll just quickly show you actually. Just a decant I was sent. Malibu Party in the Bay. If you've already seen my video, then you know how I feel. It's supposed to smell like Virgin Island water. And it's basically, it's quite heavy on the ambroxan. I wasn't going to talk about ambroxan, but now I've done it. It's quite heavy on the ambroxan, so it's just horrible. Well, it's not horrible, it's horrible to me. I'm sure it's not horrible to the average, to most people it's probably not horrible, but it's very heavy on the ambroxan. Quite a nice citrus opening, but very quickly loses the bright, fresh, beautiful citrus notes to a muddy ambroxan, dry, scratchy. And you've got the coconut mixing in with that as well, and it's not a very good, whether it's trying to be Virgin Island water or not, I don't really care. It's not a good clone of Virgin Island water if that's what you're looking for, and it's not something I would recommend as an alternative for that ballpark, because it's just annoying. So that was Simone Andeoli, I think. That's put me off the whole line. I was really curious about that line, and now I'm not. That's killed it for me. Tracy's tried, liked Elixir by Kiali, and the vanilla was nice too. Carty's tried Les Fleurs and also Black Calamus by Carna Barcelona. I've not heard of that one, Carty, but she's given them hearts, so I think that means she likes them a lot. Oh my God, Brandon's tried Chipmunk, and we'll have a first impression video up soon. So that's, excuse me, that's the newest one from Zoologist, and the perfumer on that is Pia Long. And if you don't know Pia, you can find her on Instagram, but she used to be the perfumer at Lush going back quite a long time ago. And she actually created 29 High Street, which is the one that smells exactly like a Lush shop. And she did an amazing job with that. I've got it upstairs. It smells like 100 Lush bath bombs have all been thrown about the room, and the powderiness, you know, that the very distinct floral sweet powderiness of Lush bath bombs. Absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited for her that she's managed to do a Zoologist. That's really cool. Yara is in Hill's room. You knew what I was getting at, didn't you? So that means you're in Kentucky. You girls behaving there. Karine tried the new Atelier Cologne Lemon Island, I believe. Not groundbreaking, but nice. Yeah, I'm curious about that one because it's actually got a vanilla note in it, hasn't it? Which is different to their other citruses, which tend to be very fresh and maybe just have some woods as a background, or vetiver. So I'm interested in lemon and vanilla, but I don't know that I'll necessarily particularly love it. Jimbo's tried Je ne sais quoi from Tio Cabanel. Rice and green tea, it's better than it sounds. Yeah, they're nice. They're very minimalistic, those fragrances, but very nice. Brandon says, green tea frags are awesome, Jim. Tony's here. Hey, Tony. And Karine says, je ne sais pas, I think you mean je ne sais quoi, was really good surprise. Scott tried Hayari Parfums, new oud, beautiful woody, oudy, white floral. It sounds horrible, but you know my tastes. Hill says, I've never been well behaved, to be honest. Well, at least you're being honest now, Hills. And Karine says Lemon Island is basically lemon, jasmine and vanilla. Well, it sounds nice. I'm thinking, you know, summer's coming. I might want to pick up a new summer freshie just to bring a bit more variety to my collection. But yeah, I'm keeping my eyes and ears open. Karine says, pardon my French, I'm really tired. We know what you meant, Karine. And the duck's here. Hey, ducky. And let's quickly finish off my coffee and we'll get on with sniffing some stuff. So that was bubble bath. I was going to say bubble gum then. It's 2 bubblegum fragrances, actually going off on a tangent. There's 2 bubblegum fragrances I really want to try. A new one from Moschino is the Toy Boy, a Toy 2 bubblegum. That's just come out. Really want to try that. Probably be a bit shit, but I still really want to try it. And then there's one called Bubblegum. Oh, I've forgotten the name of the brand now. Sue Poo posted about this this brand on Instagram, and they've got a fragrance called Bubblegum. It's supposed to smell exactly like I think it's a Hubba Bubba, and it sounds really fun. Like, I just want to try it. I'm not thinking that I'm going to love it or anything. I'm just really curious to try it. Done. Elaine is here. She said, hi Claire, sorry I'm late to the party. Just wanted to say hello. I have to watch your video tomorrow as hubby is asleep. Can't wait to watch your reviews. Thank you, Elaine. Yeah, don't wake up hubby with my yabbering on. That would be a bit annoying. Oh yes, Tony, it's Belle Rebelle. Thank you. Yeah, really curious. Have you tried any? What flavour of Hubba Bubba says we are sentient? Hello, we are sentient. I'm not entirely sure. It might not be Hubba Bubba, it might be Bazooka. Mind you, are they American? I don't know, I think are they French? Tony says I have it and it does smell lots of fun, but reminds me of a car air freshener. Lovely smelling, but would I wear it? Will suit Phoebes. Oh right, okay then. So it is a little bit juvenile. And you're going to do a live with the samples. Cool. Okay, look forward to that. This light is affecting me, unfortunately. I had a migraine the other night and then I got a headache yesterday as well. So I'm turning the light down because it's starting to bother me. I hope I don't get a headache. We Are Sentient is still going on about the flavour of the Hubba Bubba. What flavour is the Hubba Bubba, Tony? Any ideas? Carty says, well done, Claire. Now you can fill that cup with something stronger. I'm having a night off. I'm trying to cut down on my alcohol consumption. Not because I have a problem. Now I sound like I'm in denial. But I just find that when I drink, the next day I can be quite lethargic. And even if I don't drink loads, it just kills my energy levels. And it's not good. So I did have a couple of drinks last night and today I didn't achieve very much. I wanted to go for a walk, didn't happen. I wanted to go shopping, didn't happen. I was just staring at my phone all day. And I wasn't hungover. I just, plus the weather was crap. So it just put me off because I had this idea that I was going to go somewhere a bit further afield, which we're not really supposed to do, but I need a change of scenery, so, you know, call the cops, call the feds. But in the end, the weather was horrible. It kept raining, drizzling. And there was moments where I could have gone for a walk and it would have been all right, but I just didn't. I've just lost any desire to leave the house. So that's why I'm trying to cut down on alcohol, just to help my energy levels and just to, yeah. Plus, I've started gaining weight. Well, I started gaining weight again, so need to try and lose it. So counting calories. And there are calories in alcohol, unfortunately, which is so rotten. So yeah, a night off the alcohol tonight, although we'll have a few drinks tomorrow night. Carty says, so true. Don't drink, kids. Takes another sip. Yup. So let's smell some shit, right? So what I want to start with is I've sprayed 2 things on paper here, And the reason, one of them is one of the fragrances we're talking about today. So Loubirouge from Cristal Louboutin. So if you don't know Cristal Louboutin, they're a designer brand that are famous for mostly shoes, very well known, well loved, very expensive high heel shoes, but they also do other fashion, and they sort of branched out into fragrances. And the lovely Joyce, who has Joyce's perfume, damn it, what's she called? Joyce's perfume, or is it just called Joyce? What's Joyce's channel? I've put a link, the link's already in this video, so I can look it up now. Joyce's what's Joyce's perfume? Joyce's perfume, damn it. Let me click the link. Here we go. I'm clicking the link that I put in. Oh, and just got it. Joyce's Perfume Life. That's it. Oh God, I'm terrible. Anyway, the lovely Joyce, very, very kindly, she was on a live stream on her channel. So do check her out because she does really great videos. She's gorgeous and she does live streams as well. And she was on a live stream. She's brilliant as well. Her live stream was brilliant. And we were chatting, and she was talking about Louboutin, and she offered to send me a sample of this Loubirouge. I'm trying to get back to the comments now. The comments have disappeared because I clicked the link. Right, here we go. Okay, we're back. We are back. We need to click it onto live chat again. Here we go. Carty says Louboutin also sell hideously expensive nail polish. Okay, I think I saw, yeah, I was looking up perfumes and I saw this thing and I thought it was like a miniature perfume that maybe you just dab on, but yeah, it was a nail polish. I didn't look at the price though. So Loubirouge, so Joyce kindly sent me Loubirouge and also Loubicroc because she has both and she obviously loves them. So Loubirouge, when I was really excited to get it because the notes are iris, vanilla, and I think it's cardamom. I could be wrong. It's only got 3 notes listed. Perfumer is Marie Salamagne. Now Marie Salamagne is the perfumer for the whole range of Atelier des Ors. Remember this, okay? So Loubirouge, when I put it on my skin, I did really like it. And as it was on, I only did like a dab on my wrist, and I kept smelling it. After it settled a while, I was like, this really reminds me of something, like I've smelt this before, but I know I've never smelt any of the Louboutin perfumes. But I said to myself, I actually have this fragrance, and I was like, what is it? And for a while I thought it was Aura Sublime from Bijon, because that's a resinous vanilla. And then it hit me, it's not exactly the same, but it's like the dry down of Lune Feline. Booby Rouge, says Rich. Yeah, so once Lune Feline's been on your skin a fair while, it smells like Loubirouge. So I decided to put some Lune Feline on here. So here's my Lune Feline bottle. Absolutely stunning. When you first spray Lune Feline, it's quite a spicy, cardamom, sort of peppery, woody, slightly smoky. I'm not sure if there's a touch of saffron in here. But when it settles and when it all starts to smooth out and calm down, and some of the spiciness subsides and it gets really balmy and smooth, Lune Feline turns into Loubirouge. They're really, really close. So guess who's the perfumer for Lune Feline? Who's here? Oh, David May is here. Mavid Day, David May. Hello, nice to see you. So are you paying attention? Who's the perfumer for Lune Feline? Don't make me say it. So Loubirouge, when you put Loubirouge on, It's this really smooth, balmy, very calm, very smooth vanilla, cardamom, and like a waxy kind of irisy note. But and it almost goes a touch caramelly. Lune Feline is like a more complex. That's right, Karine. It is Marie Salamagna. So Marie Salamagna is a perfumer for both of these. I believe she has taken a component of Lune Feline to create Loubirouge. So Loubirouge is a pared down, more simplistic version of Lune Feline, in my humble opinion. And I think I prefer Lune Feline simply because there's a lot more to it and it has more development on the skin. I like the dry down better of Lune Feline than the opening. So you can, if you don't like the opening, you can get Loubirouge and skip it. But I'd rather I mean, I don't dislike the opening. I just much prefer it when it all kind of like smooths out and it gets slightly less spicy and slightly less, I don't know if it's a saffron note. There's one little thing in there that I don't love, but it doesn't hang around too long. But the thing with Lune Feline is it's very, very strong, very long lasting, very much a powerhouse fragrance, the kind of fragrance you wear on a night out. Loubirouge is more pared down. I mean, I've only got the dabber, but I've heard, and even Joyce said, who's bought it, who sent me the sample, that it's quite quiet in performance. So they perform different, but they smell the same once you get past the little beginning of Lune Feline. So that's Loubirouge, just a very smooth, balmy, vanilla, waxy iris, and a really smooth, no real heat to the cardamom. It's very smooth, a bit like in what's it called? Is it Yves Saint Laurent? The one that everyone loves. They seem to think it's a panty dropper. Jeremy used to go on about it all the time. It's got a cardamom and tobacco. Is it La Nuit de l'Homme? Is that the one? Kind of like that. Anywho, so that's Loubirouge, and we may as well do the other Louboutin, which is this one here, and I have got it on my skin from earlier. Where did I put it? So Loubicroc, I'm just gonna, it's only very pale now, so I'm just gonna retouch it onto my skin. Loubicroc is myrrh, do it there, myrrh, I've forgotten what it is now, myrrh, cypriol, aka Nargamotha, which is like woody green type smell, and no, not frankincense, I've forgotten what else it is. Oh, sandalwood. And Joyce loves this one. She like really raved about this one, and it's nice. It definitely has more going on than the 3 notes listed. It's got a little bit of a spiciness. It's almost a touch medicinal. Definitely a resin, a little woodsy. It's a punchy fragrance, the kind of thing that you wear on a night out again, really. It's got a sweetness to it. Carty says the Louboutins sell for £225 for 90 mils. I was curious, I couldn't remember what the price was. And I can't remember what the price of the Atelier des Eaux is. Personally, I'd buy Lune Feline over the Loubirouge, as Richie says. Yeah, this is nice. The sandalwood's not really strong. It's blended in with the resins. It's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweetiness, a little bit of balminess as well. Like, it's quite a smooth fragrance. It's not too dry. Like, there's a dryness there, of course, but it's not too dry. I think it's really nice. I think I'd like to give it a proper wearing, really. I've not given it a proper full wearing. I like it. It's got quite a nice sweetness to it, despite that it doesn't have any listed notes of sort of vanilla or amber. And it doesn't feel like it necessarily has those things in it, but it does get a sweetness from whatever's in there. Reasonable amount of sweetness. Totally unisex, totally down the middle. Nothing in there smells particularly girly or flowery, but also nothing smells like it's pure masculine either. So yeah, that's quite nice. We Are Sentient says Lune Feline's €230, so it's a little cheaper. So you get 10 mils more with Lune Feline. It's more than £10 cheaper. You'll have to decide which bottle you like best. I feel like this is a lot classier. Well, I don't know. Some people will say this is really tacky, just for the gold flakes maybe. The Louboutin bottles are quite eye-catching. They're not going to be for everyone, but then again, gold flakes and stuff isn't for everyone. I personally just prefer that. I think it's just got a lot more punchiness. It's going to be a lot more noticeable. You don't need to spray as much as well, so with that, 3 sprays really will have you more than covered for like a nice bubble for a night out, whereas I think you'd have to overspray the Louboutin to get any kind of decent projection going on. So yeah, my money's on Lune Feline. In a battle, Lune Feline is the winner. Tony says I would love Lune Feline extract. Oh, I think they started doing extracts, haven't they? Because I think the normal formula would be eau de parfum. So I think, trying to read it, can't read it, but yeah, I think they have, haven't they, Tony? I don't think it's necessary. Lune Feline's beastly, really. Carty says I don't like the Desors bottles, but Louboutin. Anywho, is even worse. Oh, Ronald is here. Hey, Ronald. Which is better, Louboutin or Jimmy Choo? What, in terms of shoes, are we asking? I don't really do designer shoes, so maybe someone else can answer that. Hey, Joyce, just talking about the lovely samples that you sent me. And so Joyce says there's a Levant note in there too that she's obsessed with. I don't really pick it up at the moment. Maybe is it more? Like, would it be more like a soft suede type feel? I could see that a little bit more. Hey LB, the Louboutin bottles are ghastly. She says, hey Claire, hope you're feeling better. Yeah, thank you LB. Yeah, I had a rotten headache yesterday. I mean, it went in the end, but yeah, it was pretty horrible. Karine says, I really like 1 or 2 Atelier Desors so far. Well, good for my wallet. Yeah, they're a bit pricey, but I think the standard line, the ones like the Lune Feline and the Iris Fauve, I think they're worth it because because I think they smell good and they last, and they're very strong in terms of, like, you don't need to wear too much of them. Whereas, I don't know, you take some brands and the bottles are a bit shit and the fragrance is a bit shit and they're still charging 200 plus quid for it. So yeah, I think they're worth it. They're freshies, you know, in the really gorgeous blue ombre bottles, are probably not really worth it because they're kind of similar-ish to things like Atelier cologne, which you can obviously get a lot cheaper. So, because they are essentially, I personally can't justify spending a lot of money on a freshie because you can get some really good citrusy fresh scents for good prices. So but that's just personal preference. Yeah, this light is bothering me, so I might be getting a headache. If I do, I will have to sign off. I might be okay. I might turn the light down a little bit more. Yeah, we'll turn that light down a little bit more. Sorry about the quality, but it's bothering me a little bit. And every time I look away, oh, bugger. Yeah, if I look away and then back again, it's not good. Corinne says, yes, I believe they don't necessarily worth the price. 100ml of extract is going to last ages. Isn't it just? Yeah. Turn the light off, says Jim. Yeah, maybe I should. It's going to look terrible, but just going to turn that off for a minute. Okay. So now we've dimmed the lights, let's get all sensual and let's try. So we've done Joyce's and let's do Angie's samples. So, do it in the dark, says Lizzie. You know what, when you're feeling a little bit chubby around the edges, a little bit flabby, it's better to have the light off anyway. Right, number one. Sorry. So this says number 1 on it because I've got a code. I've got a little code system. One is Rose Peonia, if I'm saying that correctly. Rose Peonia. Rich Mitch says, I think Hoagie's in the UK has some Atelier des Ors for about £130. I got my Iris Fauve with a discount for 110. That's amazing. And they sometimes come up sort of partially used on Facebook groups as well, with us fickle buggers passing them around. Iris Fauve was, yeah, really nice. Really nice. So this is Rose Peonia off of Lancome. This is new Maison Lancome. They came out with 2 new ones, didn't they? There was the Jasmine Low and then the Rose Peonia. So Ange talked about this one. She did, was it an unboxing you did, Ange? And first impressions. And then Ange has been kind enough to send me these samples. And in your unboxing, Ange, you said something about Turkish Delight. And the first time I tried it, I was looking for the Turkish Delight and I couldn't find it. And I'm just now thinking Turkish Delight. So that's kind of weird. I find this quite dry. I've tried this on my skin quite a few times actually, just a spray here and there, and I did actually give it a wear in one evening. I'm not good at understanding peony. I don't really think I know what peony smells like, except that it smells a little bit rosy, I think. And I know Lizzie is more of a peony expert and it's one of her favourite flowers. This does smell rosy to me. It's pretty and fresh. And it does smell a touch like Turkish Delight, but not really powdery. Like Turkish Delight usually has a not talcum powder, ice and sugar on top of it, doesn't it? It doesn't have that. But it does have a slightly exotic sweets type smell to it. Liz says, I won't admit that I did buy a bottle of Rose Peonia. Oh, funny. Those bottles are gorgeous. So the Maison Lancome bottles, so it's from the same line as Rose's Berberanza and Oud Bouquet. So it's those kind of bottles. And the bottle is absolutely stunning. And I was tempted myself to blind buy, even though I knew it probably wouldn't be quite my thing, because I tend not to go for the very pretty light rose type fragrances. However, what was I going to say? This is pretty and light, and I enjoy the rose note, and I enjoy this kind of slightly Turkish Delight feel, but it's quite dry, and that's where it stops me falling in love with it. It's definitely really nice. I could comfortably wear it, but it's almost like there's a spice in here, a kind of dry spice, And it's another one that reminds me of a little bit of rhubarb. And I'm pretty sure rhubarb is not a listed note. But it has this tartness to it. And I was talking about this the other day about a different fragrance. But it has a similar... Oh, it was the La Belle Intense, which I've got here. But we're not going to talk about that because I've already done a review of that one. Just trying to get my head straight here. It has this tartness. Liz says, I get spice in the dry down, and luckily I love the spice. Frances is here. She says, what are we reviewing tonight, Claire? This is Rose Peonia from Maison Lancome. So it's a new Maison Lancome, Frances. And Lizzie says, you were right when you said it has Delina vibes. Thank you, Lizzie. Yeah, well, I've only smelt a clone of Delina. I've never smelt the real thing. But like that clone, assuming that clone was quite good, that had obviously the rhubarb tartness to it. So that's what's making me feel like this is a little bit similar to Delina. Maybe they've specifically gone for that because it's such a good seller. Maybe they're trying to sort of take it in that direction on purpose. But yeah, so it's tart. I don't know if it is rhubarb, but it feels like there's something like rhubarb, and it's a bit dry. Maybe even like you know how vetiver, the kind of woody vetiver, almost like dry like vetiver, but not grassy or rooty, just so kind of woody dry. It's a bit too dry for my taste. I do like it moist. Who likes it moist? Hands up. So I think we'll leave that one there. So that's Rose Peonia. It's a pretty pink floral with a touch of tartness, and it's quite dry and a hint of spice. That's what I'm going to call that. Itchy nose now. Chop that on the floor. And let's have a quick look at your comments. Corinne says, yes, it sounds like Delina. Bloody rhubarb, says John. John loves his rhubarb. Brandon says, I've got to peel myself off the couch to get some stuff done. Have a fantastic evening, Claire. You too, everyone. Hugs. Hugs back to you, Brandon. Thanks for watching. Francis says, lots of amazing frag lovers here tonight. Yeah, lovely crowd tonight. Lizzie says, I wonder if it's similar to the new Delina, perhaps not as fresh. Did you see, Lizzie, that Gabby Loves Perfumes just talked about that one, Le Rose? And it doesn't sound like it is, because she said it's a bit, Le Rose is a bit like Delina, but without the rhubarb, and kind of like, I think she said it's lighter, fresher. So yeah, I don't know. And also, I don't know if Gabby was talking about a shop that she got it from. It's like a subscription service. She got an 8ml decan of. They're based in Germany, so it's an option if you haven't found anywhere to sample it. I was considering it myself, but I need to stop. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, she's done a little haul, but one of the decants was La Rose. And you know, Gabby, the good thing about Gabby is there's no bullshit. It's just she tells it like it is, whether she likes stuff or not. So then let's move on to the other Lancome. So I've got here, is it number 2? Yes. Number 2 is La Vie est Belle, and it's the Soleil Cristal. So this is their sort of summer version of La Vie est Belle, and I've tried this one a few times now. I have formed an opinion, and I've had it on skin. Hey Margie's in the house. Oh, hang on, no, that's not. That's La Belle. That's La Belle Parfum Intense. I've already reviewed it. It's very nice. No, I'm La Vie est Belle. I just saw Belle and thought that. So it's number 3. Number 3. I was thinking as soon as I sprayed it, that's nicer than I remember. So here we go. Let's try again. La Vie est Belle, Soleil Cristal. Now, I'm not mega familiar with all the La Vie est Belle flankers. My friend Cheryl wears La Vie est Belle quite often. And I've now, because of Ange was kind enough to send me the intensement version in a travel size, which, by the way, I think is amazing. It's really good. And the one that I always loved the most was the Absolute. I think it's called L'Absolu. The one that's heavier on the iris and just a bit less sweet. Really beautiful iris note in L'Absolu. That was always my favourite one. This doesn't really smell too much like La Vie est Belle, if I'm honest with you. I don't know, Ange, if you're still here, would you agree? Let's just have a quick check on your comments. Margie's just working and listening. Oh, We Are Sentient has to go. That was fun. Thanks for popping in. And Lizzie's currently interested in the new Maison Margiela's Matcha Meditation. Just too many new fragrances. It's enough to make one dizzy. Yeah, that's one I'm not interested in because I ate tea. I really ate tea. Hi Mia. Mia says so many flankers in this line. Yes. Lots and lots and lots of flankers for La Vie est Belle. And Ange agrees, it doesn't really smell like a La Vie est Belle. It could be a standalone fragrance. I would say this would be Lancome's version of Terracotta by Guerlain, or what's the Tuberose one? The Tuberose beachy one. Or is that Lancome? Or is that Yves Saint Laurent? The beachy one by, I think it might be Yves Saint Laurent. It's a tuberose coconut beachy fragrance. Carty almost bought the travel size of Matcha Meditation today, but got herself sorted at the last minute. So this is Happiness Sparkle says, "Oh, I love terracotta." It's not really like terracotta because terracotta has that really lovely, like a frangipani. I think it's Ylang. Is it Ylang? Frangipani, gorgeous floral. This is. It's coconutty. It's a bit fruity. It's a bit sweet, but it has an aquatic or seaside-like thing in the dry down, which is not a listed note. There's no notes of sea air, but it's not as sweet as terracotta. Well, the flowers aren't as sweet as terracotta. Oh, what's it called? The one I'm thinking of. You all know, don't you? It's not terracotta. It's the other beachy one, the tuberose version. So this is not unpleasant. It doesn't really smell like a La Vie est Belle, not much. There's something about it that's a bit La Vie est Belle. I think it does have patchouli in it, but it's not particularly dominant. If it does, it has some of the sweet floral elements of La Vie est Belle. Ange prefers terracotta to Soleil Cristal. I would definitely agree with you there. It's nice, not Soleil Blanc. No, it's a mainstream fragrance, really, really well known. A lot of people complain it's a bit short-lived. It's a beachy. It's definitely a beachy fragrance. It's probably got sunshine, something in the name, but it's not high end. You know, it's a normal designer level designer, if that makes sense. It's possibly Yves Saint Laurent. Bronze Goddess Tracy saved the day. Is that Yves Bronze Goddess? Is that Yves Saint Laurent? Yeah, it's Bronze Goddess. It's similar ballpark to that. It's nothing like Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford, because that's really quite a sweet fragrance, and it's another one that's got a more of a, the florals are more like terracotta, I think, from Soleil Blanc, whereas, yeah, Estee Lauder, thank you, Bronze Goddess, Estee Lauder. This is, La Vie est Belle Soleil Cristal is the Bronze Goddess version, or, you know, they're attempting Bronze Goddess for their brand, I think. And yeah, it is a beachy fragrance. You can smell the coconut, but it does have this kind of sea air feel to it, which helps to stop it from being too sweet. It's not too sweet, but it's got, what is it? It reminds me of something. You can smell a little bit of vanilla, and the vanilla comes through more later on. It's just a bit, it's just okay. Like, it, if you're in the market for a beachy fragrance, it's one to consider. But personally, I think there's a lot better out there. It's, yeah, a little bit fruity. Do you recommend Bronze Goddess? It's not my favourite, Francis, because it's a tuberose, and I prefer Frangipani and Ylang Ylang for beachy fragrances. Although the one that I love that actually does have tuberose in it is the is it 611? Yeah, and Giovanna Antonelli 611 Intenso. I think it's Intenso. It's the one with tuberose in it. Anyway, it's the most classiest, the most beautiful, smooth, gorgeous beachy fragrance. I don't think it's even supposed to be a beachy fragrance, but it totally is. But it's like, imagine a top class resort, that, you know, like, this isn't a sweaty suntan lotion playing volleyball on the beach. This is like the most elegant, well put together person who is immaculate from head to toe. This is what they smell like on their very expensive beach resort. Wayne says, thanks for the stream, Claire. I've been listening and working now. I really must go. Thanks for watching, Wayne. And okay. And Corinne prefers terracotta to Bronze Goddess. Yeah, I just feel like this has been done before. I've smelt a lot of things like this, so it's just not that interesting to me. Yeah, that's it really. It's just so, it's okay. It's quite nice, but it's really not. It's not rocking my world. But then it takes a lot to rock my world. I think you all know that by now. So let's see, what else have we got? Is there anything else I need to talk about? I think we've done all the ones I've put in the title of the video, so well done me. I did bring extra stuff over though, I think, did I? Oh, I've got one more. I tell you what, I've got a new one here. Voce Vita. So this is Valentino. I did try this on skin the other day, but we'll just chuck it on some paper, and I'll let you know what I think. I don't know what the notes are on this one. Let's see if it'll tell me on this thing. So that's what the bottle looks like. A couture orange blossom enveloped by Italian bergamot and an addictive crystal moss overdose. Crystal moss. What the hell is crystal moss? Anyone? Okay, Wayne is speaking in a new language. Ma Armastan Sind Kalis Kati. Oh, he's talking to Kati. Okay. I didn't know you were multilingual, Wayne. Right then. Crystal meth. Jim says typo. Crystal meth. Maybe. I wouldn't know what that smells like though. So it smells fruity, it smells orangey, it's it's that kind of synthetic floral that's quite common in designer fragrances. It's like an orange blossom, but it's not as full-bodied. If you think of Love Don't Be Shy, that's massively full-bodied, almost cloying, orangey, syrupy floral. It's almost a plasticky version of orange blossom. It's almost like smelling a Capri Sun, you know, like a flat, sugary orange juice attempt to smelling like orange. Yeah, it's literally like, it's almost got a papery smell to it as well. Like, okay, imagine, you know the McDonald's cups, those paper cups, and then you fill it with Capri Sun, set it down in the sun to warm up a little bit, and smell it. And smell the cup and the sugary orange attempt at a drink. I'm not really selling it, am I? Everyone's jumping on the crystal meth. Well, I don't know if you're actually doing that, but Lizzie says crystal moth or crystal meth. Organic crystal meth. Crystals are myth. Crystals are meth, says Rich. Crystal muff, says John. Sunny D, yeah, like Sunny D, but maybe not as rich. You know, that was really rich, wasn't it? It's more Capri Sun, you know, like not quite, because Capri Sun's, it's like more of a squash, isn't it? Capri Sun, but it's like quite a rich squash, whereas Sunny D was really thick. Yeah, I mean, it's got that clean muskiness. And a pretty white floral. So it's orangey and white florally and a little bit, it's very smooth. So there's no sharp edges. It's really smooth. So sometimes white florals can be sharp, can't they? They can be very invigorating. They can be very they can be screechy, you know, but this is not like that. This is extremely smooth. All the edges have been blended off. Very balmy, calm, smooth. It's getting better, but it does still remind me of a McDonald's cup with an orange squash in it, sitting in the sun. And I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting. So that is Voce Vita. And yeah, I think you can tell I'm not wildly enthusiastic about it. But there you go. I'm generally a little bit, I'm not that easy to please. So I think I am going to call it quits, because I'm a little bit worried I might be giving myself a headache, keep looking down at the screen up at you. I think I'm just slightly sensitive at the moment for whatever reason. I'm going to take a few days off of social media. Today I just stared at my phone all day and I feel a bit shit about that. So I may be looking at social media all the time, checking my video for comments constantly, and looking at Instagram and not looking at Instagram, then looking at Instagram. It's doing my head in. I need to take a break. I'm looking at my phone too much. And today I spent staring at my phone and I feel a bit shit about it. So I'm not going to be about for a few days, just to give myself a little break. And I will be back. I just need a bit more motivation. I wanted to go for a walk today. It didn't happen. So I'm going to really concentrate on doing stuff that's good for me, like walking and housework and stuff. Adulting, self-care and adulting are the themes for the next few days. So that's what's happening. So I will see you all very soon. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the samples, Ange and Joyce. And Love to you all, and I'll see you all very, very soon.